Do you feel like the industry has tried to count you out? Like,
Since I started.
talk about it, man. Because I think people look, to be honest, people see you're gorgeous. You're getting endless bags. You are, listen, that girl, right? I don't think they understand how many doors, how many rejections, how many times people have counted you out.
You know, I saw it on TikTok. They were like, they talk about pretty privilege, but they don't talk about pretty punishment. There's been so many times I've just been counted out, and I know that it's behind animosity. I know it's because of a hidden agenda, but it makes me work harder. But this has happened like my whole life. So it's like what I deal with in the industry is just, you know, different face, same case.
Oof. Even now?
Yeah.
Sweetie, don't tell me. I don't, you know what? I'm going to, yeah, that's, yeah.
If you would like to indulge me, I'm about to read off a list of women who I know for a fact rap better than Saweetie and have less hits than Saweetie. Roxanne Shante, Little Sims, Rico Nasty, Young Ma, Flo Milli, Remy Ma, Rhapsody, MIA, Jean Grey, Baha Media, Raw Digger, Foxy Brown, Gangsta Boo, Lady of Rage, Azalea Banks, No Name, Chica, Cupcake, Snow the Product, and Lauryn Hill. Now, Saweetie has 4 hits. 4. And she has more than all of those women who can wrap circles around her. This is a fucking injustice. See, Saweetie debuted, well, she caught our attention. She burst onto the scene in 2015, where she was dropping videos of her freestyles. 2016, she had began to amass some form of attention with her Icy Girl project. 2017, she drops My Type. It gets all sorts of attention. 2018, she comes out with her first project, which, again, gets some sort of good attention. She goes on to keep making hits, and she's been relatively quiet as of late. She started to get a little quiet a little after the whole Quavo thing happened. You have a 5-time platinum song. You have a 2-time platinum album. In what world are you being punished? There are some artists out here who have not even sniffed a fucking gold. And you're being punished? Hell, let me take you back to when I made a video of when some critic made a top 100 best female rappers of all time list. And here was my reaction seeing Saweetie in the top fucking 10. Saweetie is number 9. Oh my god. There's 100 people on this fucking list. Dude, I'm about to scare my neighbors and we haven't even gotten out the top fucking 10. And they aren't the only ones that have you on such a high pedestal. They're not. For years and years and years, you'd see Saweetie in the running for some sort of best female rapper award. Now, some can attest it to, oh, there weren't too many options to pick from. Some others would just say what a lot of us are saying. Pretty fucking privilege. Now, your fan base is real confusing because you have amassed one of the bigger fan bases, or should I say, you've amassed one of the biggest followings. Because I think there's a difference between a fan base and a following. See, somebody can have a lot of followers, and when they say something, a lot of people go, oh, okay, yeah, okay. They digest what the fuck you're saying. Then you have a fan base where someone can say something and they digest it. They follow what you say, but at the same time, like, okay, for instance, right? Pepsi could have a lot of fucking followers on their thing. If their sales are shitty, that means that the people only really care about what the fuck Pepsi's posting, and they don't really care about the product. See, you have a following. All the time, you've been dropping and dropping and dropping, and it just doesn't do the same numbers like it once did. And I can tell you why that is so. See, you have a bunch of people that pop up whenever you post a picture, whenever you do anything, sweetie. You have so many people in your comments. Tons and tons and tons of likes. And then you drop a song or a project and it just doesn't translate. You haven't had an album or any type of project or any type of song crack the Hot 100 for a long time. Despite having 4 hits, which is more than a lot than those women that I just stated, there's a big problem attached to your following. See, they stopped giving a fuck. They stopped caring. You did at one point have a fan base, sweetie. You had one. But they disappeared because you made one very big mistake. You started to immerse yourself in drama. When you and Quavo were going through some relationship issues, that became what you were then known for. That became what you were getting followed for. Fact or cap? Does Saweetie have the same kind of success post 2020? No, she does not. And anyone that's trying to make up some sort of fucking farce, some sort of fucking lie, has their head so far up their ass, they could tell you how many fucking times their heart beats a fucking minute. I'm not here for it. I'm not going for that. After your breakup with Quavo, you stopped having any sort of musical success. You stopped having any sort of musical anticipation because a lot of your fans are women, and women love fucking drama. They absolutely love it. Hell, most of your fans are probably the same people that watch Baddies or watch Bad Girls Club or watch Jocelyn's Cabaret or one of them fucking stupid ass shows that's on the whatever it's called, Vice Network or what the fuck, Zeus. There we go. Yeah, they stopped caring about your music and they were like, oh, she really knows how to drum up some drama. Damn. Whenever your name is attached to drama, like, oh, she's dating this person, or she fucked Chris Brown, or, she's with YG now, or, turns out she fucked Offset, or she's got this new boyfriend that everyone's just now speaking on. That's all anyone cares to speak on you for. That's it. There's no pretty punishment. You're still in the fucking media despite being one of the most mediocre rappers. And let me state something. Let me clarify 2 things for the record. 1, I said on numerous occasions that Saweetie has the fundamentals to be a good rapper. She has the fundamentals. She can reach that point to where I can sit here and tell you she's a good musician. But she cherry-picked her success. She cherry-picks her talent. If it wasn't for the booty and it wasn't for the face, you would not have a place in any conversation having to do with best anything having to do with fucking rap, R&B, anything. Your talent is very linear. It doesn't move. It's just, you've been stagnant. And that's the best thing some people can say about themselves, that they didn't change too much up. The worst case scenario for you is you didn't have a real fan base. So your talent is with your talent being non-existent outside of, like, you can't even dance. You can't dance, you can't sing, you can't do anything, but you can kind of rap. Again, there's some modicum of potential there, but you refuse to apply it because you don't feel like you need to. And that's where pretty privilege comes in. You feel like you don't have to really change too much because you say, oh, I'm out here working hard and again, you could probably see Saweetie on a billboard. You could see her in a commercial. I have seen her in commercials. You could hear her during an ad, anything. But a lot of these other women, they got to rely on talent to get that type of exposure that you've gotten just simply for being cute and being Quavo's fucking girlfriend. That's literally all you had to coast off of. You didn't have to do shit. You didn't have to do a fucking thing. You didn't have to. Like, look at the culture out here. There are women out here glorifying baby mamas. Famous baby mamas. There's women out here that only know how to twerk. Sitting up with fucking millions of damn followers simply because what? Oh, I know how to twerk. No, but Ari can cook. So the fuck can I, bitch? Who the fuck cares? Who the fuck cares? They gotta give themselves something to do. Otherwise, all that twerking shit gets boring. I mean, not to no horny ass dudes, because shit, they don't give a fuck. Luckily for Ari, she's one of the greatest twerkers of all time. Even I get fucking distracted. So she gets a fucking pass, because her ass shaking is generational. The rest of them, it's a toss in the air. Your fame is cherry picked, and you don't want to fucking admit that you have taken some kind of shortcut. Even now, any other woman says this shit and no one gives a fuck, but because of you, here I am talking about it. Here it is a trending topic right now in rap media. It's a trending topic because it's Saweetie saying it and not Scarlett. Can you imagine if Scarlett said something about pretty privilege? That shit, this shit would have got ignored within 2 hours. Because guess what? Saweetie's prettier than Scarlett. Saweetie's probably prettier than every woman that I put on that fucking list. Outside of Lauryn Hill, because let me tell y'all something, man. When they talk about 90s fine, they was talking about Lauryn Hill. Alright? But y'all be thinking about the bad bitches and the badass qualities of it all. Man, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Fine. You want to say she prettier? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like Saweetie's ugly. That's one thing that she wholeheartedly has over so many people. Saweetie is one of the finest humans walking this fucking earth. So I ain't got nothing to say about that. But there it is. Women get so offended when I say stop rapping and start modeling. Do that. Again, I've said this and the women are actually doing it. Again, look at Iggy. Look at Ruby Rose. Look, Coi Leray, you know what I'm saying, entertained it at one point. Cardi does it. It's not like, you know what I'm saying? These are women that sit there and go, I'm not doing anything. And they get tired of posting thirst traps for free so y'all can jack off and judge them for free. Now they charging y'all to bust y'all nuts. You know what I'm saying? That sounds smart to me. If you gonna get, you know what I'm saying, made fun of for your body anyways, might as well charge these little scumbag ass motherfuckers. I'm trying to push game. But y'all looking at me like I'm on some misogynist shit. Well, tell Iggy to get off of OnlyFans. Tell Bad Baby to get off of OnlyFans. Tell all these women to stop getting on OnlyFans. Tell them to stop. But they're not going to, because guess what? You're hating and they're getting a bag. Why would they pay attention to you? Miss Feminist, they don't give a fuck what you got to say. The fact of the matter is, you have a platinum sitting, hanging up in your house right now. You have a platinum record, 2 of them. You made an anthem with Doja Cat. You probably got a fucking platinum for that shit too. You have a platinum by yourself, with somebody, making your own project. You have massed You have amassed success. So you want to talk about pretty punishment. There is no punishment involved. Here's what your problem is. You stopped being the hot topic of the month, and people started to listen to you for what you were. You stopped being Quavo's girlfriend, who so happened to be a rapper, and you started to just be Saweetie. You just started to be Diamante. You just started to be who you were. And once they listened to you and they realized you didn't really have shit interesting to say in a booth, but your drama's fucking interesting to follow, that's all they wait for. That's all they want. And this is not even me talking shit, because really and truthfully, I feel bad for Saweetie. I do. There's nothing she can do in this situation. She didn't fucking ask to be super beautiful. She didn't ask to be praised for just that. Again, 9 times out of 10, if Saweetie walks down the street, every man is looking twice and breaking their necks, and they're bricked immediately. You know what I'm saying? But if she starts freestyling in the streets, them same motherfuckers will turn away and walk away unless she starts taking clothes off. You know what I'm saying? Unless this shit turns into some sort of Pornhub music video, no one's gonna sit there and watch. And it's unfortunate. You're not Megan Thee Stallion. You're not, because Megan can get crazy off of her fan base, and off of her drama. You're not Nicki. Nicki could get off of the fucking drama and the music. You're not Cardi. Cardi can get off of the music and the drama. You're not even the City Girls. And that's the saddest part about all this shit. Because, Saweetie, one thing I can admit, you are a million times better than Young Miami. I can say that much. You're probably like right there with JT. But, you know what I'm saying? It's like, but JT could get it off. She could get it off by herself. You can't do that anymore. Because your name is too attached to outside bullshit. It would be like Krishan saying, I'm about to drop an album. Again, if there is no drama surrounding Krishan at the time, there will not be any success for that project. Look at 6ix9ine. If we could get outside the women for a second. He went on a trolling world tour, and he was trying to build up some hype for his album. That is the biggest difference between a following and a fan base. He had a following. They like seeing the nut shit, the stupid shit he was doing. The second he dropped some type of music where it was time to take him seriously and time to actually put money in his pockets for something that he actually cared about, he actually wanted to make money for, people stopped giving a fuck, because that's not what they care about him for. They want to hear him talk shit. They want to see him clowning rappers. They want to see him defy death for the 1,000,000th time. That's what they wanted. You stop being that once you entered that little bullshit with Quavo. After that, you stop being that after you started entertaining stupid shit outside of rap. I did like that you do have an album where you did feature rappers that we've never heard before. That's cool. I like that. So you can't say Saweetie is selfish. But let me just, for the record, again, I don't even dislike Saweetie. I don't. Not like I do a bunch of these other rappers who just have the biggest of egos. You say you're working hard, and that may be true. You say you're putting in the time, and that may be true. But it's too late for you, in particular. You can't get it off no more. It's unfortunate, but that's how the cookie crumbles. Your fan base, that is what you need to turn your attention to. Dude, for the first week sales, you sold like fucking 2,500 on an album at one point. Or like 5,000 or something like that. Dude, you're signed to a label. All them cosigns you have and all them followers you have, and you should never, ever touch that. Ever fucking be near that number. You shouldn't. And I'm being dead ass. I'm not even hating. I'm being so serious. You're being labeled a superstar. You're being labeled a mainstream, hit maker. You should not even know. You should not even see that number unless it's behind two other numbers. $5,000? No, that needs to be behind 35 or 45 or 55 or even 25. That's cool. The average number has lowered. The usual numbers nowadays is like 30,000 and lower. If you're a megastar like Drake, you should expect over like 80,000 first week. Megan sold 100,000 and motherfuckers was like, that's it? Nigga, do you know how fucking difficult that is to do? 100,000? If she upset them with 100,000, what the fuck do you think we're supposed to feel when you do 5? 5. Fucking 5. I have a few fucking, I'm a nobody, and I have a few videos that have done 5,000 damn views. 2,500 views. Like, there's something wrong with that picture. You need to call out your fan base. You need to start from scratch. There needs to be a change, a real change. Stop going to the studio and giving that same bullshit that you give every time, because they could get that from everyone else. You're not saying anything different from Ice Spice. You're not saying nothing different from fucking Stunna Sandy, from the City Girls, from a lot of fucking women. If you want to be different now, actually improve, stand out. I'm not talking about talk about climate change and all this shit. I'm saying add something to the repertoire. I'm saying find you a fucking singing coach. Do something different. Add something to the game. You're not adding nothing to it. You're not essential, sweetie. That's what I'm getting at. You're not essential. For someone who had the blow up that you did and the absolute fucking just dominant 3 years that you did have, you're disappointing. At the end of the day, you're just disappointing as shit. There's no pretty punishment. There's some pretty obvious expectations that people set for someone that's pretty clearly a fucking supposed to be a superstar, a mainstream superstar, a mainstream star even. So you must be pretty dumb not to see that your fan base is not a fan base. You have a following, like I said. I have a following. I have people that only watch me if I talk about a specific thing, if I crash out. And I call them out all the fucking time. And that shit don't work because you know what I'm saying? You got to do something different, man. I'm actually rooting for you. I am. I'm rooting for you. I want you to be different. The next time you drop a fucking project, I need it to blow up, and I need you to be something more than just my ass is big. Yeah, niggas can't have me. All the broke niggas to the right side of the room. All my ladies in the club. Yeah, we drinking Cristal, we drinking Ciroc. You know, I could fuck with him, but I don't want to fuck with him because he shouldn't know that I want to fuck with him. He needs to worship the ground I walk on. Done. You probably could keep doing that, but add an element to it. Otherwise, put the fries in the bag.